Y'all know what it is already, right? It's your boy Quest, and this is your marriage moment. Let's go. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Marriage Momentz. It's your boy Quest, and for those who are watching for the very first time, it's your boy Quest. Yeah, man, big shouts out to everybody who's been sending me messages. Last week we asked, what questions would you like to see us cover? And I think today, like for real, this is going to be a little bit more of a rant than it is anything else because I'm a little hot. I'm a little hot over the fact that we still operating in places of infidelity. Like, we still on that? That's what we still on? I mean, like, there was one sister who called me to, not called, she sent me a message this week. Like, how do you get your spouse to tell the truth in a cheating situations when you have proof? And let me say this first and foremost. I am not a condoner of divorce, right? But I do believe that it happens. Why? Because people are irresponsible in choosing partners. They're irresponsible in their relationships. Like, they're just irresponsible altogether and immature. And first and foremost, if you're not responsible and you're not mature, then you need not be married. Why? Because those are the very things that marriage requires, right? We do a podcast, and I'm about to start it back up with my wife again, but called Marriage Ain't for Suckers. It's not for suckers, right? In other words, it's not for people who don't take this institution or take this relationship seriously. I'm not an advocate for divorce. I'm an advocate for marriage. But I do realize that marriage requires love. Love requires commitment, and commitment requires abandoning all exit strategies, right? So do me a favor. If there's a need that your spouse has, do me a favor, fulfill the need, right? Because what you think the end result is going to be if you continue to have your spouse in a lifelong relationship with you, in a covenant relationship with you, and you're not fulfilling the needs. I think it's selfish for somebody to ask someone to be a part of their life and you be a part of your spouse's life for the rest of your life and not provide the needs necessary to keep the relationship together. And I'm not talking about being unreasonable. I'm not talking about immature needs. I'm talking about the basic needs that are needed in a relationship. Number one, you need communication. So for when anything goes wrong in a relationship and you just go stonewall your spouse, like, I'm not talking to you, you immature. You're immature and you need to grow up. And what you end up doing, because you immature and you like for real, you start entertaining, ladies or wives, you start entertaining the attention of other men. Husbands, you start telling people through the internet, other women through the internet, that they're beautiful. Like, stop doing that. Tell your wife she's beautiful. Communicate with your wife and stop all of this stuff like for real, infidelity over foolish stuff. If you're not going to be mature, and if you're not going to be committed, lifelong committed to this particular relationship called marriage, then do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Don't get married. Yeah, I said it. If you're not going to be mature and you're not going to take on this relationship with maturity and responsibility and be committed to the relationship, good or bad or indifferent, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, like for real, do not get married. This institution of marriage is only for people who are committed, who will love each other through the good, bad, or ugly, who are saying to themselves, I don't need a contract to say that the two of us are connected. I need those who got the covenant mindset, who said, I'm going to love you. And I know that's not an easy thing to do sometimes, because sometimes love hurts. But guess what? The rewards on the back end. Remember what I always say, that marriage is supposed to be the most fulfilling, the most satisfying, the most gratifying relationship on the face of the earth. It don't come easy, because if it was easy, then everybody would do it. But those who stick together, who you see living their marriage life, like for real, living their blessed life, they're doing so not because they didn't go through challenges and difficulties. They're doing so because they went through the challenges and the difficulties, and they decided that they were going to be committed to the relationship, committed to each other, and now they're, for real, living their blessed life. I'm not saying that problems don't arise in marriage, but like for real, learn how to navigate through them. I got a lot of men and a lot of women telling me like, oh, they don't need a marital coach. You do need a marital coach, because you selfish and you vindictive and you nasty and you own wayish. Yeah, I said it. And it's about time that you grow up. Like I said before, if it was easy, everybody would do it. You understand me? I'm not telling people not to hit my DM no more and ask me questions, because I believe that some of you need a major breakthrough. And how you get a major breakthrough is getting advanced knowledge that pushes you past your point of resistance. But what I am saying to you is that you will always get what you always get because you being how you've always been. No change, no growth. Like you still operate in the same way that you operated with difficulties 5 years ago. You haven't read a book on marriage. You haven't been to a marriage conference. You don't have a marriage coach. You like, for real, personal development, like, for real. You've heard me say this before, that marriage is only as strong as its weakest individual. And some of you have not even, like, for real, you are the same person that you've always been. And I'm not putting nobody down. I'm just saying that, like, for real, you are in a relationship. You have a responsibility. And so wives, like, for real, stop entertaining the cooing and the calls from other men. And if you're not getting what you need in your relationship, then you need to sit down with your spouse and you need to have a conversation. Men, like, for real, stop sliding in other women's DMs on IG or Facebook or wherever else you slide in their DM. Stop sending them personal text messages. How about you start taking that energy and directing that energy towards your wife? How about you start doing that and watch your relationship turn around? How about you could be committed to, come on, what God has put together, let no man, including the two of y'all that's in a relationship, tear asunder. Yeah, I know I'm on a little bit of a rant today, but I got to say it because I'm tired of seeing it. You will never get to the places of relationship. If you're building anything as a couple, like, for real, you will be building up with one hand and tearing down with the next. Why? Because of that stuff that you let and allow slide into your relationship. Do me a favor. Grow up, y'all. Be better about your relationship. Love your spouse and your spouse alone. And if you need help, get you a coach. Go to a conference, read a book, but be better. As a matter of fact, be better, not bitter. Your spouse's life, I'm saying, should be enhanced because you are a part of it. But instead, like, for real, they're experiencing all kinds of pain because of you. Do me a favor. Operate with self-awareness. Take a good long look in the mirror. Find out who you are and who you are not, and start making the adjustments conducive to having a phenomenal marriage. If you're in a shaky place, you can move to good. If you're in a good place, you can move to great. If you're in a great place, you can move to phenomenal. But it all depends on you. Take ownership. I know your spouse is in the marriage with you, but it's your marriage. Take ownership and start making the adjustments. You can't control nobody but yourself. And if you're not getting something in a relationship or in the marital relationship that you think you should be getting, do me a favor. Take a pause. Sit down with your spouse and have a conversation. Communication is a pillar, if not the foundation, to any relationship, especially marriage. Y'all know what I always say, y'all. From shaky to good, from good to great, ultimately we want phenomenal marriages. But phenomenal marriage ain't gonna be achieved by you operating in infidelity. Whether you were done wrong or you're not receiving what you should be receiving. Let's for real. Let's grow up and let's do what we need to do to preserve these marriages. Because remember, other people are looking at your marriage and saying, if it don't work for you, then how is it gonna work for us? Yeah, man. It's your boy Quest saying that if you're not working on your marriage, then my friends, what are you doing? Peace. What up, y'all? It's your boy Quest, man. Listen, I am a firm believer in marriage is winning. That's right, including yours. So if you know somebody that might be able to use this information, or you might be able to use this information, subscribe, comment in the section below, like, and like I said, share with someone else. All right? If you want to reach me on social media, yeah, my Instagram link is over to the left. All right? Peace.